Hey there, Chief. Dennis Farina here, and welcome to JSYK with the Dennis Farina. Just so you know, I'll be talking for most of this.
I don't think so. This is the Cage Man. The Cage Man on Caged, Uncaged podcast with your main caster, Nicholas freaking Cage.
Now I gotta wonder, and I'm sure you do too, how this midge named Nicolas Cage thinks he can be uncaged.
Who is this midge you're talking about? It's the Cage Man. How do you not know this?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, guys, it's
Right.
our podcast. It's D podcast
That's
with your
right.
main bros slamming skits.
Well then, just so you know, I'll be leaving for most of this.
Not D's podcasters.
Do it! Just do it!
Watch D Podcast. What's going on, everybody?
What's
We're
up,
back.
everyone?
We back into Hood.
That's right. Of Dahlonega, Georgia, coming to you from the University of North Georgia's library.
Yeah, just like we're back. The old crappy movie or whatever. And there was a cord thing, and
Yes,
we
we got
solved
that
it. We solved it.
Taken care of.
The cord mic has been solved, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
it has.
Yes, it has. So, Hendry, how have you been?
I have been good. Can't complain. I'm just glad this past week is over. It has been very hard. I have had assignment after assignment after assignment to turn in. Some were for the same class due on the same day.
Isn't
Dr. Reeves.
this like every day though? Every week.
Yeah, just some are worse than others, but yes,
I mean,
you are correct.
Every week seems like that for the most part.
Yeah, it's tough.
Indeed. You got spring break though. Is that not correct?
That is correct, and I'm loving it like they love McDonald's out here.
Who loves McDonald's?
Them,
Who's them?
everyone,
I mean, yeah, but
according to the company.
according to the company, everyone loves McDonald's. But might be a little too bad. Actually, did you hear about KFC?
No, tell us about KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, something that you can't have, thank God. But
Thank God.
I mean, yeah, for this, thank God.
For this.
Because this thing, like, they're selling like donut chicken sandwiches.
That could be really tasty,
That-
or it could
no.
be really gross.
That's-
That could go
no,
either
that's-
way.
That's gross.
I could see
That's really gross.
eating a donut with a chicken sandwich tasting pretty good, actually, but it depends how
have
they
you
do it.
eaten a donut before?
Yes,
Oh, really? Okay.
it's not.
Well, it's allergen free.
Oh well, yeah, but it was amazing.
Yeah, I guess.
Especially
I'd
the-
have to taste that.
The
but-
powdered sugar ones.
Oh, this isn't powdered sugar.
Oh.
Imagine getting a.
Jeez.
I
Or
don't know.
glazed.
KFC is trying all these weird things like Kentucky Fried Chicken with like doing like I don't know where I was going with that, but like chicken and waffles. Their waffles are atrocious.
You
Oh my
said
gosh.
chicken and waffles.
Yes, like their waffles
Oh my
are.
g- Whoa, whoa, whoa,
terrible.
whoa, whoa, whoa! That could be okay
How can that be okay?
if it's home cooked. That
It's not.
wouldn't be terrible, but again, it's KFC,
It's
so I
KFC,
doubt
yeah.
the waffles are great.
Like, chicken and waffles. I haven't tried authentic chicken and waffles. Okay.
Yes.
I've only tried KFC chicken and waffles.
That's an interesting combo.
Yeah, and it sucks. The waffles are really super sweet, and the chicken is, well, at least the chicken I had was cold
As ice.
as ice, cool as ice.
That's right.
Like Bill Ice. Go ninja, go ninja, go. And all that.
Exactly.
And now they're trying this new weird thing with donut chicken sandwiches. It doesn't even look good in the commercial. Like, the commercial is supposed to like make the food like look amazing, like super unrealistically good. But even in the commercial and the promotion, it just looks like I'm like, what the hell is this?
Well,
You know, they're running out of ideas.
They are.
They're like reaching for the moon here.
you know who they need to call upon?
The Dr. Seuss for
Dr.
Green Eggs and Ham.
Seuss!
Yeah, for
If you want to yell.
green egg for their green eggs and ham.
Yes.
I mean, Dr. Seuss can make green eggs and ham look good.
He did, and it was easy for the youngins to read.
Yeah,
I
but,
read it.
Yeah, but you know, donut chicken sandwiches. That sucks.
You could
He needs-
say
the Colonel needs to go talk to Dr. Seuss.
yes.
Speaking
And
of Dr. Seuss,
that sounds like something that you'd find in a Whizzer Wazzer Wez in the Snizzer Snez bush. That was my random Dr. Seuss rhyme.
okay, well,
Sounds very Seuss-like.
very Seuss.
Seuss?
There is some
Distortion there.
MOG distortion for you folks. You're
Indeed.
welcome.
So, what was your like? How did Dr. Seuss change your life? I guess. Like, how did Dr. Seuss shape your life?
Well, he didn't teach me how to read necessarily. I had been reading before Seuss. Well, not literally, because he died before we were alive. But I mean, I did read a lot of his books as a child. Have them read to me, read with my parents, grandparents. You know, my favorites are probably the Snitches. That one was.
The Snitches.
I liked that one a lot.
The heck is that?
That's the one where they have some with the stars on the bellies and some are starless. You know, like starless.
Starless. There's Starless Who's.
Nah, that's the Grinch.
I mean, oh well, that's every Dr. Seuss.
No, not every Who down in Whoville is in every Dr. Seuss book.
No, well, I guess not. Okay.
These were yellow bird-like things. They kind of look like Big Bird, but that was my bad Big Bird impression. And
Hey guys, it's me, Big Bird.
exactly.
There you go.
Anyway, it had a good moral about not worrying about who's better than who and just appreciating each other for who you are and not trying to change yourself to be better, supposedly.
Did you ever have that that one of those big huge Dr. Seuss books that had all
Yes.
those
I
stories?
had the blue and white one.
Ah, well, nice.
Did you have that one?
No, I did not grow up with Dr. Seuss.
You were Seuss-less.
I was Seuss-less.
Yeah.
I've never. Now I've read some because I was just curious. Like in
Oh,
high
wow.
school, I was just like, oh, boom, boom, boom. Oh, well, that's.
I mean, it's a lot of rhyming, a lot of words that aren't real, like what I came up with earlier.
I will say this though, like Theodore Seussel, I think that's his
Theodore
real-
S. Giesel or Giesel.
Yeah, I guess. Or
however you say it.
something like that. Theodore.
Yes.
He like he really went all in on his books. Like they're like on the surface they seem like, pretty simplistic or whatever, but
Yes.
he's actually like gone and done some like psychological
Yeah.
type of stuff. Like
Especially the non-beginner books ones.
yeah, like Cat in the Hat, I guess.
Cat in the Hat's a beginner book.
Oh, well, okay. But
That's-
even Cat in the Hat, The Grinch.
Well, the Grinch, yeah, that's a non-beginner book.
I guess, but Dr. Seuss poured like a bunch of psychological type of stuff into his books and stories, especially along with like Cat in the Hat. Like, but yeah, so like the Grinch is about consumerism and all that with like
Right.
Christmas and all that.
Right.
The Lorax is about environmental friendly
That
messages
one is a
and all
given.
that.
That's a given.
Horton Hears a Who. Did you hear that Horton Hears a Who is about the U.S. occupation of Japan after World War II, which I couldn't believe.
Whoa there.
Yeah, you
Really?
You,
No, I did not know that.
Okay,
I'm not sure if I see the connection, but okay.
I mean-
that is not what I would have thought of.
I mean, would you see the World War II angles in Lord of the Rings? It's like a metaphor, kind of, I guess.
Well,
don't.
I don't know enough about that,
I mean, yeah, of course you don't, because you ain't hip and cool with all
but
the.
I know about the Hobbit,
Indeed,
and that's about it.
that's a thing about World War One. So
Oh,
yeah, Anyway.
That I didn't know either.
Also, Cat in the Hat, which I thought, after looking this up, I thought that you, I thought there was stuff in there, but you were like, duh, no, there isn't. But no, this is, yeah, there's people walking outside and they're walking outside.
Weird.
Yeah,
I don't care.
anyway. So, Cat in the Hat is about the roaring 20s and the 40s, actually.
Yes.
It's about, I don't know how, but it's based on the roaring 20s through the 40s, which is surprising. See, told you, Dr. Seuss is a genius, teaching kids was a genius, yes.
Yeah.
He made the television series Gerald McBoing Boing before he died.
I've seen that before.
I've seen clips. I can't remember any of it because I guess I
think it was on Boomerang for a little bit.
It was. That's where I saw it.
And maybe.
It was. That's where I saw it. I remember I got up early, watched it once, and I just hated it.
Probably
and went back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More sleeping.
More sleeping for Slam. But
yes.
I didn't grow up with Dr. Seuss, actually. But my first interaction was when I was in high school. People, like, very, very old people started calling me Sam I Am. I was like...
Oh, and you didn't know what the hell that meant?
I mean, I knew it was from the Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah.
From Daddy Daycare. Daddy Daycare was reading, like, Green Eggs and Ham. Sam I Am. I was like...
That's right.
Is that a... I thought... Is this, like, a name or something? Or, like, is this... Like, you're not talking about, like, the guy from Dr. Seuss. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, okay. That's kind of unoriginal, but okay.
That is what Theodore came up with.
Yeah, and 5 other people have come up to me and talked to me about that. But
and Sam I Am's always trying to sell his green eggs and ham to that guy with his nose in the air, like, I do not want them here or there. I do not want green eggs and ham. I do not want them on the plane. I do not want them on the train.
I do not want them, Sam I Am.
That kind of stuff.
But yeah.
Then he's like, try them. You will see. Green eggs and ham will make you full of glee. I don't know. That's not how it went, but it's that kind of vibe.
Yeah, it was... I don't know. Apparently it was like a short.
Yes.
It was like a special or whatever on TV about that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You're right.
There's stuff about all of this stuff, like the classic one, Chuck Jones with the Grinch.
Yes.
And all that.
That was a thing.
There was the Grinch is the Cat in the Hat, which is the...
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's the crossover between Grinch and Cat in the Hat.
Then
Two of the biggest... Seuss characters.
The realm of Seuss.
Yeah, that's like the Captain America and Iron Man of Seuss, pretty much. Like Flintstones and Jetsons are the Captain America and Iron Man of Hanna-Barbera, I guess.
Right. Yes, I have definitely read The Cat in the Hat, and I've read the sequel, The Cat in the Hat Comes Back.
I haven't read The Cat in the Hat Comes Back.
There's no third one. Unless it's a movie-based book, but we all know about the Dirty Ho. So,
yeah, the movies.
It surprisingly does kind of tie in well with the book. It actually does. It does that, and then it goes so much further beyond. That it's like, we got the book. Now let's add like. If the book was
that Paris Hilton
a road, let's build an extra 500 miles on the road.
Yeah.
And make it have a lot of strip clubs.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
Yeah. There's Paris Hilton is even in it. She's shaking her boobs.
Really?
Yeah, she's shaking her boobs in it.
Is she the mom?
No.
She would have been.
She's like
not old enough for that yet.
Well,
she is now.
Well, she is now. She doesn't want to believe so, but she is now. She's in one of those parties or whatever Cat in the Hat's in. I can't remember where it is because.
Yeah.
She's just shaking her boobs, and I was like.
Okay. And he's like, oh, hobona, dirty ho.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
I gotta say, the live action adaptations on Seuss kind of sucked.
Not all of them. I will say
Grinch.
The Grinch is actually, I've seen that one from start to finish. It's been a long time. It's probably, you were in Michigan for sure. That's how long ago.
I'll tell you what, I've seen it.
on DVD.
Yeah, I've seen it, and
I liked it.
Jim Carrey as the Grinch was good. it was just
Jim
so
Carrey was good.
yeah. Some things were really bizarre. Like for instance, they lived on a snowflake. Like what the heck is that?
Well, I mean, it's Seuss.
Yeah,
So what
but
do you
he-
expect? You don't know
never,
Seuss.
They never lived on a snowflake in the book. There's
That's
no,
true. I guess
all
they-
the other things. No mention of living on a stupid
Fair enough.
snowflake. It's
I
like, what the
guess
heck?
they're trying to give it more substance. Maybe.
I guess, and then they go into the Grinch's backstory. It's like, what the heck is this?
I appreciate their creativity and keeping
yeah.
it in the randomness of Seuss.
I guess,
But
except for the boob shots, I guess.
well, in the Cat in the Hat, yeah.
No, there was a Grinch thing.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like he landed in some, Grinch did something, I don't know, and just ran into some who's boobs.
I don't remember that. But
Yeah,
okay.
well,
I would have
it-
been too young to get it.
Yeah,
That
it
was
happened.
a joke for the parents.
That's why it's PG, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it's PG.
Oh, well, cool.
I do like it when he finally steals Christmas. Finally steals Christmas.
Finally.
Yeah, and Susie Who, that "Where Are You" Christmas song. I like that,
But
but
Cindy Lou Who?
yeah, Cindy Lou.
You said Susie.
Whatever.
That's
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a long time for me too. Anyway,
let's see.
there's I like elements of it. Just the overall product kind of slacking.
Yes.
Unlike the newest Grinch, aka Despicable Me Christmas special, which is atrocious.
I thought
it's
you
not-
said it wasn't terrible.
Okay. It's not terrible, but it's I don't know. It's just kind of iffy, honestly. There's things that are kind of overblown. It's not as bad as the Lorax, which is
well, yeah,
hilarious.
that's one of those.
Yeah, it's one of those so bad it's good movies, but it's also not up to par with other good things in
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, so honestly, just watch the specials. They would probably give you more.
They're definitely a lot truer to the books.
Indeed. But if you want to laugh, watch the Lorax. Let it die, let it die,
Let it shrivel up and die. Come on, who's with me, huh? Nobody. You greedy dirtbag.
Which, by the way, the main. Oh shoot! You almost spilled.
My apologies. I got excited with the crowd.
Yeah, you almost
cheering.
spilled the tea there.
The crowd cheering
Really
was
spilled the tea.
distorted. Yes.
But did you
yeah.
know the main character is Zac Efron?
Yes, and
Oh.
the girl he likes is Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Yeah. Taylor Swift and Zac.
That's a very typical choice for the time that came out.
Sooner or later, probably like 7 years later, she would realize, oh, I'm gonna be in Cats. And I'm going to be the sexiest cat, and that's the only good thing about that movie.
And yeah,
Yeah. So Dr. Seuss, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Seuss, go out and rate it. It's very good. Honestly, if you do research this guy, he put in
Yes.
some
yes.
high quality things teaching kids in his books. Like for instance, the Roaring Twenties through the 40s, and
Yes.
with Cat in the Hat apparently.
And if you ever find any Dr. Seuss first editions, hit me up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna collect them, but I wouldn't mind just having one as a conversational piece. Although
Yeah, if you do have one,
I doubt that I could afford that.
Yeah, if you do have one,
It's
leave
probably
it.
expensive.
Leave your comments down below and tell us
Yes.
about it. Honestly, because we'd be actually pretty interested in that.
Yes.
'Cause
Tell
it's
us about
early March. My news thing.
Yes. What have you got for us? I
My-
believe this is related to the wonderful world of Disney Plus. Oh boy.
Of course it is. I mean, what? How can it not be? But yeah. Anyway, so this caught my attention,
Yes.
which I think is completely stupid,
Oh yes. Oh yes.
even for Disney. But anyway,
Yes.
so you remember Beauty and the Beast 2017? Do you not?
Yes.
With
We watched it.
Yes, with the lovely Emma Watson
Oh,
as
yes.
Belle, who I thought was not as bad as people said.
I thought she looked pretty good.
I mean, did she act well though?
I'd say she was mediocre.
Yeah, I thought she was okay.
It was passable, but not
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was I think it was okay. It was a okay performance. It was like people are saying, "Oh my gosh, she's trash."
Yeah.
But
I disagree.
I disagree as well. I mean, I've seen far worse delivered by many actresses. But anyway, so you remember Gaston and LeFou, aka Gaston being the one of the best parts of the movie universally, pretty much. But maybe not necessarily LeFou from some people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you
If
remember,
you know, you know.
I mean, yeah, there was an Alabama theater that wouldn't show it because of a gay character. So
That definitely wasn't in Montgomery.
I guess not, but it was in Alabama. But anyway,
That's something.
yeah. But do you remember these characters?
Yeah, definitely.
In my review, which you can find on its Entertainment Bro,
Yes.
where I detail a lot of it,
Oh yes.
like review the animated version and the live action version at the same time. You'll notice that there's a lot of backstory that can be told from LeFou and Gaston.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they're going to go ahead with it.
Oh boy.
They're making a LeFou and Gaston prequel Disney Plus series.
I don't know how that's gonna go down. I have a feeling it may not be the best.
Yeah. Let me explain.
Tell us more.
Let me explain as much as I can from what I researched. So apparently, Josh Gad, the guy who plays LeFou in the live-action Beauty and the Beast remake, he was going to do something for Disney Plus, but that backed out. But then all of a sudden, I guess he got this idea for LeFou and Gaston like prequel series in the back of his mind, and he just pitched it to Disney Plus, and they were like, "Yo, let's do this." So Luke Evans and Josh Gad are back as your favorite kinda gay duo, and yeah, and Emma Watson and the guy who played the Beast, they're not set to come back, but they can come back. There's always a door open there. And I'll tell you what, I told you this off screen.
Yes.
You were shocked.
I was.
Like, what the hell, Disney? I told my mother this because she was a kind of an okay fan with Beauty and the Beast. Even she was like, "Oh my gosh, what the heck? They'll do anything now."
Wow.
I'm kind of a mixed bag here because this seems extra.
Yes.
Honestly, this doesn't seem like it needs to exist, like Aladdin 2, because they're making a live action Aladdin 2 that's not Return to Jafar, but they're making that. Like they made a Maleficent 2, and so it's very, very weird. I mean, anything can be good. We'll see how it is when it comes, but I'm keeping my mind open because, hey, they were the best. Honestly, Gaston was the best part of the movie, in my opinion, and I love Emma Watson.
Me too. Emma Watson is just we could go on.
Not just about her physical looks, but like
fair enough.
Her personality off screen and her acting, I thought was actually pretty good. But
really,
yeah, I'll keep on talking about her acting, but we got time to.
Yes.
We're on a time limit, I guess. So
back to this show.
The main show.
So what are critics saying about it?
All I know is that there's one. Critics can't say anything about it yet.
Well, yeah, I mean,
because,
like any like thoughts that they've been posting beforehand.
Yeah, I've
predictions.
heard this one guy who's kind of like this. You know who John Campia is? I think I told you about. I think we talked about him before, but John Campia, he said like he's gonna keep an open mind on this. He thinks it's a interesting idea, but everyone I've talked to has just been, what the hell, Disney? So I'm gonna keep an open mind on this because I don't try to judge anything. Like, I'm not gonna try to judge anything, like, unless it's so ridiculous I can't even imagine it. But I gotta admit, this is kind of it's kind of reaching a little bit here.
It's a bit far fetched.
It's a little bit too much here.
It would, if I had to pick, let's see, if I had to pick between The Cobbler with Sandler
Oh
or
gosh.
this show, I would pick The Cobbler with Sandler any day.
Of course, because
I mean, at least that's
hilarious.
That's hilarious.
yeah.
That's
I mean, this could be
probably
hilarious.
one of his Sandler's better films, but we won't get into that.
More or less. It was a little boring, but the ending kind of made it though.
Yes,
but anyway.
it had funny parts, but anyway.
Anyway, so
Yes, so
this show, I will give it this. They are going down some original avenues here.
they definitely are.
However, there's
I
also
agree.
Maleficent, which is
Yes.
based on the Sleeping Beauty villain that sucked. And that got
Huh.
a sequel, and it was worse.
Wow.
So, I don't know about this. I don't know. Plus, Gaston died at the end of Beauty and the Beast again. So what? Again. So really, I think audiences who haven't even seen Beauty and the Beast, just seen like the live action version, I
Right.
guess, in preparation for the series, could be just like, what the heck? Why should I care about this character? He died already. But I don't know. Black Widow died in Avengers Endgame, and they're making another movie, a prequel movie about her. So I don't know. It's all up in the air. I'll keep my mind open. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know about this. Disney you're gonna make some original stuff that's good. Just I get it. You want to print money.
Yes.
Every company does, but let's
print money.
I mean, that's what they do. That's why they're doing this live action stuff all the time.
Fair enough. They want to get that money.
Get that green cheddar, you know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
anyway, you're gonna do Aladdin 2. You're probably gonna do maybe a live action Lion King. I don't know, or another live action Lion King. You're doing something original with Mulan. Keep on going down that route, okay?
Yes.
Please. Even though I would miss the I'll Make a Man Out of You song, I think it's going to be a great movie. It
Yes.
looks pretty awesome.
Well,
Go down the original route. Anyway,
speaking of videos and movies, let's
Movies.
move on to what's up with that. And
what's up
Slam,
with that?
what did you pick today?
So, what's up with that? Brought to you by
No
rocks.
or Ross.
Yes.
You can find them on the ground.
You find them on the ground. If you throw a rock, chances are you'll land in more rocks. What are the chances of that? Whoa! Holy crap!
Wow.
Wow!
What do you know, mate?
What do you know,
Oh
mate?
my god.
Anywho, so the app that I chose for my app is keeping with the Stream Wars type of apps. We are talking about Disney Plus.
We have
We're gonna talk about Prime Video
from Amazon.
from Amazon.
Now, I have experience with Amazon Prime. I use it a lot for shopping and for buying school supplies and
So
stuff
do I.
that's just for fun.
Yes,
And-
I've also shopped on Amazon. Everyone shops on Amazon.
Yes.
Let's be honest here.
Now, I've been using Amazon before it became the giant it is today.
Before it became popular.
Back in the times when
Back-
Toys R Us's online store was on Amazon.
Yeah,
That's
back
how
when-
far back we're going with the
back-
treasure chest box thing.
Back when Jeff Bezos was still in his garage.
Bezos was out of the garage.
He was out of the garage. He was
Bezos
selling
was-
more than just books.
Yeah, Bezos was past Bezos bookstore.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
If you know what I mean. here. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're
Yes.
specifically talking about Prime Video.
Yes.
Son, I'm gonna tell you something.
Tell us.
They're the quality of the shows and movies,
Yes.
for the most part,
Yes.
are good. Like
Yes.
pretty excellent. They go to like South by Southwest, all these like film and TV panels, like venues and all that.
Right.
They buy up a lot of indie movies
Gotcha.
that are really good, which is why
Interesting.
it's why Netflix and Amazon Prime and a bunch of other places are very heavily like investing in like Sorry, I was distracted there.
It's okay.
But it was like, they were buying up as many indie things as possible. That's why you're seeing a lot of good quality content. Because they need more content in order to survive.
Yes.
However,
That's true.
Their user interface, though. Not good. It's not good. It's not good. Why don't you got more experience than that? Why don't you talk about the user interface? Do you think the interface sucks?
Well, I've used Prime Video. It's been a while. I think I've used it on the TV back home. I think we used it back in our former apartment that we used to live in.
Oh, we have. We certainly have.
From what I remember, it functions, but it's not like, it's a little buggy. It does some weird things. And the biggest thing I remember is it saves the login info, like, from everybody in the cookies.
Yeah.
Let's just say, a former English teacher who I shall not name gave us the login info during a snow cancellation, and
Was this a college or high school?
high school.
Oh, well.
And I remember trying to get on to Prime once, and I logged on and saw all this random stuff. I was like, what is this? It was like women's clothing?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this is this teacher's profile. Let me log out of this. First of this. That kind of was weird. As for the shopping, just online part, it works well, but
I mean, yeah, of course.
they did get that squared away at least. But things like that, and from what I've gathered, the Prime Video maybe still needs some work.
Yeah, that's its own separate app, though.
Yes. Tell us more about Prime Video's issues from your perspective.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you
us.
what's going on. So, they're a tech company.
Yes.
Let's be honest here. They're the one of the tech giants, if you will.
Right.
They their main focus is the store elements, right? Like
Correct.
Apple.
Correct.
Apple is big on their store, selling stuff.
Right.
But that's not how you're supposed to use it with streaming. That's not how you do it. Well, Apple TV Plus, that's like a whole other thing. It's even worse. But I might talk about maybe later, not on this podcast, but
For a future episode.
future episode, yes. But anyway, Prime Video is it's just atrocious.
Yes.
The first tab that you go onto when you're going onto I don't know, your TV app,
Yeah.
or even on your phone app. In my case, it shows movies that you rent or buy, and I'm like, what the heck? Why do I need to rent or buy my movies? Why can't you just show me what you've got? I don't want to rent or buy stuff, which you can do on Amazon, but I don't want to do it. I just want to watch what you've already got. Show me what you got.
I see. So you're saying it's
Show like the Rick and Morty meme. Show us what you got.
Gotcha. So it's basically where they have what you've already seen. Is that
No.
okay.
It's
I'm
like
not
stuff.
understanding this.
So you know data, right?
I know what data is.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like selling of data and all that.
Yes.
So what happens is, I guess, it tracks what you watch, and then through the
Gotcha.
Amazon app, and then it picks best movies to rent or buy. Like you actually pay money for these movies. Like you buy a movie on iTunes, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing as through Amazon.
You're saying you rather it be more like Netflix,
Yeah,
where
which
you,
it
you
is.
subscribe. Oh, you're saying they have on top of just what you subscribe
first-
for, they
yeah.
also have rentals and purchases
Yeah.
as well.
Yes. It's like
That's strange.
it's like the first tab that you go onto your TV app, right? The first
Yeah.
tab is rent or buy.
Oh, okay. Rather than
Rather
you
than-
can just
Well,
watch.
Yeah, for free because of I got Amazon Prime.
Well, that's so you can pay more money.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't want to buy or rent stuff, just show me what I've watched, and I
Yeah,
want to watch
yeah.
it again.
Okay.
Also, and this is something I've gotten very annoyed with.
Yes.
Like when you add something, like there's tabs of stuff, like
Right.
for instance, romance, right?
Right.
There's a romance like tab featuring tab.
Correct.
You go onto it. There's like, I don't know, while you were sleeping. Let's just pick one.
Sure.
You go onto it. You put on your watch list.
Right.
You go back, and they reorganize the list.
Yes.
So imagine the sequence was like rent or buy, your channels that you buy through Amazon,
Right.
like HBO, Showtime, or whatever.
Correct.
Then there's westerns and romance, right?
Yeah.
After you click while you were sleeping, put that on your watch list. It just mixes it all up.
So it's not in order.
No, they don't have it like in the exact same order anymore.
They just throw it in there randomly.
Basically, you click you click add to watch list, but then when you go back after you added that movie to your watch list, the lists, like the romance,
That's
westerns, and all
jumbled.
it jumbles it up, so you can't get back to it. Like,
Wow.
what?
I mean, there are times when random
Like, not
things are good in, electronic signals and computer algorithms, but this is not one of them.
Yeah, and it's not just that.
Not at all.
Like if you scroll, I don't know, 3 pages deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go on while you're sleeping, it goes back to the first page, and it mixes up the list.
Oh,
So
it
you got-
shuffles it every time you go through them.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Every time you
Oh,
add
wow.
a movie from the list, it like mixes up. So it's not like it's western, romance, horror, whatever. It pulls it all up. So you're like, it's not like horror, western, romance now or something.
Wow,
Or
that's
you pick
weird.
You pick another one for romance. It's like, I don't know, horror, romance, and western.
Yeah.
It just mixes it all up. Imagine that, but like many lists.
Yes.
Many, it jumbles
Wow.
it all up. It sucks.
It does.
And it
I
goes-
don't like that at all.
And it goes all the way. And not only that, but you have to go in like many different times to get back to where you left off on that one
Yeah.
particular tab. It
Wow.
sucks. It sucks. It's terrible. I hate that.
Yeah,
it got me so
I agree.
annoyed.
I agree.
Yeah, I knew you would agree because it's
That's
horrible. It's horrible.
oh my god, stuff like that's just like why?
Jeff?
Where did they get their degree?
Jeff?
That's not Jeff. That's probably someone who.
Well, he had to sign off on that. He signs off on everything.
True.
Let's be honest here. That's the reason why he. I don't know. I'm not going to go into that. 'Cause maybe he's a nice guy. I don't know. But anyway, it makes me mad.
Yeah,
It makes me mad.
they
This
do need to
interface.
fix that.
They do need to fix that. Yes. Plus, it's just boring. Like Netflix, there's just like excitement for Netflix. Like it's Netflix. Look at all these shows. Look at all these movies and all that.
Yeah.
And Prime is just like the basics.
Yeah.
There's no like art. There's no like style to it. It's
I
just
think it's a little bit outdated, perhaps. It reminds
yeah.
me a lot
very
of the former Blockbuster app that you could put on your Blu-ray player. We used that a lot.
I never used it.
It
I wish I did.
was kind of like that, and so it was. I think Voodoo might have been like that also,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't used any of those in forever. Of course,
I used-
Blockbuster, I doubt it's even online anymore.
No.
It's just a website that says that it's owned by Dish Network, and Blockbuster for years was the blah 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 in the movie industry.
Yeah. This app.
Yeah.
I still use Voodoo sometimes. I haven't gone on it in like I don't know 8 months.
Yeah.
But
It's been a while.
yeah. Last time I saw it though, it reminded me a lot of Amazon Prime
I bet it did.
or Prime Video.
Yes.
And I'll tell you this: if Amazon doesn't step up, I've researched this.
You have?
Yeah, to like articles about like streaming wars, like business and all that, where the streaming wars is going. If Amazon Prime or Prime Video doesn't shape up and get with the program,
Right.
then they're gonna get left behind.
Oh yeah, it'll get left in the dust.
Oh yes. The only reason why it will possibly survive is because they're backed by a huge tech company.
Yes, that's right. And you get benefits from having Prime anyway related to that, so that's kind of nice. But they need to deliver with their services.
Indeed. I'll also say they do make some great original content, like Hunters.
Yes.
Which is about like Jews trying to kill Nazis in I don't know, America, which
Right.
I thought was pretty interesting. There's also Honey Boy, which is like Shia LaBeouf's origin story, which I thought was pretty awesome.
That sounds interesting, actually.
It's Shia LaBeouf plays his dad, actually.
That's really funny.
It is. It's well, initially it is, but once you see like the movie, though, it's kind of sad and disheartening.
really?
Yeah. But anyway, I think that's a really great movie. Also,
Yes.
there's been some movies that have been nominated for Best Picture, like the first ever streaming movie that's nominated for Best Picture, and
Yes.
and also there's Marvelous Miss Maisel, Grey Joe, oh shoot, there's this new superhero show. It was The Boys. The Boys is a great show too. Anyway,
The Boys.
yeah,
I'll have to check out The Boys.
The Boys.
The Boys one day.
It's hilarious. And it's
I
very
bet.
very dark. But anyway,
Bet it is.
Amazon, your interface sucks, but your content is good. Just keep up with the content, but change your interface, please. Holy
Yes,
crap!
please do. That's a bit.
That's atrocious.
I don't even. I can't talk about that. My computer science major buddies back in Auburn would be disappointed.
Yes,
But-
it's very disheartening. Amazon, you do so good. Just get on the ball with your streaming service, please. Stop making me mad. Stop making me
Now,
mad.
now that we're done getting on the ball, let's get on the bike.
Oh, transitions.
Yes, with our first, best, and worst, which is the best and worst cruiser style motorcycles. Now,
Indeed.
I would love to own a motorcycle when I get out of college.
I also would. I would love to own a motorcycle now.
Oh, I would too. That'd be cool. But
Harley
I gotta.
Davidson.
Yeah, that'd be sick. But I've gotta stick with my e-bike for now. But I won't get into that.
Again.
Yes.
You can do that again. I don't care.
Well, just to keep it simple, I have a bicycle that I hadn't been on in a while because the hills in that area destroy your legs every time you go to campus.
Surprising that there are hills in Alabama, but
There are a few, and there's one that's just big enough that it's like you get up to the top and you're like, oh my god, oh my legs. You get off that bike, you're like, oh
my ass. My ass.
my legs, gotta go up the steps. Oh no.
My ass. My ass.
So, what I found on Amazon, funny enough, was with Amazon Prime actually,
Yes.
an e-bike.
the good part of it.
Yes, I got a kit where I converted my bicycle into a slow for a motorcycle, electric motorcycle, basically.
Oh. How much did that cost?
It combined with the battery, probably about as much as the bike did. But it was worth the money. I timed it with a video. Indeed, we're making a weird face in unison, and it was worth making because I can get to the
You can get to the classes. Sorry.
Yes,
I
I got
distracted.
got a little distracted there. I can
there
get
were women.
yes, I can get from my apartment to the electrical engineering building in around 3 to 3.5 minutes, depending on traffic. It takes about 5 to 10 on the bus, and riding the bike by itself is probably 5. And if you walk, good luck. That's like 20 at the bare minimum, and you're gonna be dead when you get there. So,
Indeed.
anyway, let's dive right into the subject matter here. the best bike, the cruiser style bike that is, motorcycle, not bicycle, for me, that's on the market today, has to be Harley Davidson's Softail Deluxe. You want to talk about one good looking bike. I have never ridden one. I've only ridden maybe 2 or 3 motorcycles in my life, and only one of them was a street motorcycle, and I rode it a few feet, or no, a few yards, and then I stopped because I don't have a permit. So
Seems as though you're gonna need one
Yes.
in order to ride a motorcycle soon.
which is easier to obtain than you might think.
Like a boating license.
Like, all you have to do is like go to the DMV, pay some money, and take a test, and you can ride a motorcycle legally.
Pay some money and take a test.
That's it.
Same thing with boating, except you can just
Yes.
walk in and be like, "Hey, can I get one?" And they're like,
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I've driven a boat
Basic-
before
basic.
without a license.
"I mean, well, there you go."
Well, sass. I didn't know that. Anyway,
You unlawful. Son
I
of a
guess so. Now, Harley Davidson brand has been around for years. They are decently reliable. Not maybe as reliable as a good Honda or a, dare I say, a Kawasaki, although I've had mixed experiences with them, or a Yamaha. But they're very iconic, and if you know how to maintain them properly and take good care of them, you'll have a great time on your Harley. And I want to have a Harley Davidson in my garage one day.
Yeah, same. Okay.
And my favorite one that's out right now is the Softail Deluxe. And
Really.
perhaps one day I can go check one out in person. But it's not like I can afford it. That's an $18,000 bike, so yikes! That needed to be that loud.
That is not a boneless pizza with a 2-liter Coke, right?
No.
That is absolutely not.
No, that was expensive. No.
Mm.
But, yeah. What is your favorite cruiser style motorcycle?
Well, I'll tell you, not a huge motorcycle nut like the Hendry.
Well, I'm not much of one either. Just turning into one.
I have a very like low experience with motorcycles, but it's been pretty consistent. Honestly.
Yes.
I don't dislike motorcycles. I just haven't really felt the need to go into them a little bit further than before this podcast.
Right.
So the one that I love the most is the 2008 FX DWG Dyna Wide Glide
Ah, the Wide Glide.
from Harley Davidson, of course.
Tell us why you like the Wide Glide.
Well, I'll tell you why. It's mainly because it's a chopper, first of all. Like, you
Nice.
get that. I don't necessarily enjoy like a lot of rumblings and like noise with cars, but if you get it with motorcycles, it's a little bit different. It's still like a little bit quiet ride, but this one's kind of like pretty loud anyway.
I would guess that this is a louder bike.
Yeah, it's like the bigger, more endurance type of ride. I think it's the first. Its claim to fame is this series is one of the first custom built motorcycles,
Really?
according to Wikipedia, and it's got that famous Harley Davidson like triple cylinder engine that I am a big fan of as well. Like it's like you're sitting on top of a rock. You're sitting on top of the like a huge, like, I don't know, a Corvette or a Mustang
Yes.
car engine, pretty much.
Right.
It's like but yeah, honestly, it's I hate the smaller ones. You just gotta like lean over and like reach for the hand, like
Yeah.
the
Are you
handlebars.
talking about a sports bike where you're like
Basically, yeah.
one of those?
Basically, yeah. This
Yeah.
one's the same thing. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about this, but honestly, it's I love motorcycles, and when I think of a motorcycle, I think of this, like the style of it and the like the propulsion, I guess, and all
Yes.
that. But yeah, this is basic. Like you think of Sons of Anarchy, you think of more or less this type of bike, and this
Right.
is what I would love to have, honestly.
Yes.
So yeah, that's it for that. There's not a whole lot, but I don't know why. It's just one of my favorites.
Yes, and I just read that it appears that, funny enough, they have sort of merged the Softail and the Wide Glide kind of into one or something. I could be wrong on that statement, but
Yeah.
I think there's something about the two coming together into one bike, and it had mixed reception. However, either way, that's a very big engine for a motorcycle.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You can go pretty fast. You can fly on that motorcycle. On that
bet you
engine.
can. Yes. Maybe
Anyway.
not like a sport bike Ducati Monster type of thing, but for a cruiser style chopper bike, yeah, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Now-
son, what is your least favorite bike?
Yes. That would be the Royal Enfield Bullet 350.
Why is that?
Well, mainly anything by Royal Enfield these days is not something I would necessarily like. Not that I mean to be racist, but the bikes are made in India. And,
It ain't American.
well, a lot of the Japanese bikes aren't American, but they're built really well.
Okay then.
I just, I think that Royal Enfield maybe was once a pretty solid bike brand, but then in more recent times have gone downhill a bit. And, I don't know if I really like the styling of it either. I've heard horror stories and read them about these bikes, and the Bullet in particular seemed to be one that had some issues from, mechanical failures to poor handling, and it's just not built to last. You can get a better bike for the money, if I had to guess.
I mean, probably yeah. You can build your own, like the Hendrix.
Well, you can go that route, but it's not quite the same class.
Yeah.
But
I get you.
yeah, that's about all I got for that. Overall, just Royal Enfield I'd avoid.
I mean, I would ask more, but I really have no idea what to ask.
I mean, that's about all I know. I just know that that's one I would avoid.
I got you. Here's what I would avoid.
Tell us.
I can't even pronounce it, but it's like, I think it's
Here it
Zo-
comes.
Suzuki?
Suzuki.
It was close.
It's like trying to say Mitsubishi, but it comes out as
Suzuki.
Mitsubishi.
Suzuki GT380. This thing sucks. Apparently.
Yes.
Like this, look at this design. I'll have the design pulled up. Look at this. This is terrible.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'd
this is-
actually considered this one earlier,
This
but
is a bulky, not real. It's like looks like a box.
it does have a very 70s kind of look to it for a bike.
Not even a 70s. Oh, maybe a 70s. I don't know. But
It's-
it's I don't know. Very cheap quality. Look at this. This is
Well,
terrible.
Suzuki makes decent bikes typically. I think this was just, from what I've
I mean, they're
read, it's one of their models that was a little quirky, and it had some weird handling characteristics, and the exhaust was too close to the ground. But
I'll tell you something else. You can buy better bikes in the 60s better than this. Have you seen Easy Rider?
no,
That's a motorcycle movie.
I'll have
It's
to look into that.
something that's kind of ADHD-esque. You probably really enjoy
Okay,
that. But
I'll have
anyway,
to check that out.
it's a great movie. But anyway, it's about bikers getting high, pretty much, and that's it.
Oh wow,
But yeah. Anyway,
that's funny.
it is. But anyway,
Bet they didn't ride a Suzuki GT380, maybe a 750,
maybe.
but
Anywho, this bike sucks. It's got multiple problems. It's horrible ground clearance because of the muffler.
Yeah, like I just mentioned.
Too much flexible swinging arm, and the front disc brakes didn't work as well on wet surfaces.
Yeah,
which
that's
is a
a
problem.
problem. If
It
you're
is.
riding in the rain, which can happen, you don't want to either spin out of control and fall off and lay it down, or
Yeah,
run into
it's-
something. So
It's awful. Like, how, I don't even know. Like,
they didn't sell it for long, but
Good.
it looks kind of cool, but I
Yeah.
don't know if it's one I would get.
it looks like a boxy type of thing. It's like
Yeah.
bulky. Looks like a Hot Wheels
Huh.
thing. It's not even a good one. It's
I
like
mean,
a cheap,
I'd
cheaply made
pick
Hot
this
Wheels one.
over a Royal Enfield, a modern one,
I guess. I don't
but
know.
that's about. You could still get something better, which
Yeah.
I will mention at the end when we do our recommendations for
Indeed.
a good, what I think is a good first bike to pick.
Indeed. I don't know. This bike seems pretty awful, for me at least.
Yes.
I don't know. What is this? Is this Suzuki? Is it made in
Suzuki.
Is it Japanese or?
It is.
Well, of course. But anyway, yeah, it's bad. It's not American. Not like Harley Davidson.
Suzuki bikes overall tend to have a good reputation.
I guess.
The one street motorcycle I've ridden on was a Suzuki, and it was pretty nice. It
Well,
was it wasn't a cruiser. It was what you call it's not a sport bike. I forget the style. If I ever think of it during this episode, I'll shout it out.
Do this. Oh, well, okay.
But it's it was kind of cool. I enjoyed it. I just don't know how to maneuver motorcycles. It's not like a bicycle. A motorcycle weighs a lot more than a bike does.
Yeah, give me that good old American steel.
You gotta,
Harley Davidson.
or Japanese for that matter. It's like
No, Japanese.
you have to really know what you're doing, or you'll fall off. And when it starts tipping over, you're like, oh god, oh man, gotta use the leg.
Oh man, oh no.
And that's what I did, and it hurt my knee a little bit after that.
Yeah.
But I didn't lean it over.
Well, there you go.
Thank God for that.
Now it's
Yep.
now, no easy transition here, except for like
Yes.
the greatest YouTuber ever made, created by God.
No,
Uh,
not Stuckmann.
Yes, it's time. I've been waiting.
dear.
I've been waiting for a hour and 5 minutes now. This is the amount of recording we've done so far. I've been waiting so much to talk about this man, the myth, the legend, Chris Stuckmann. Get Stuckmanized, everybody.
Yes, I know.
Get Stuckmanized.
I know you're excited about
Oh,
this
I
one.
am.
So
He's this man. This man.
tell us about Chris.
Oh,
I
Chris.
have some comments about him at the end, but you go first.
So, Chris, what can I say about Chris other than sorry, there was two very hot women just walked by me. Anyway, you see Chris, you say Chris's name and they come. Anyway,
Huh.
so
Yes.
Chris is a film pundit, or no, I wouldn't call him film pundit. He's a film reviewer
Yes.
and / film creator now, and we'll get into that later. But he comes from a low end family, I guess, in Ohio,
Huh.
which I come from Detroit. So you would think, oh, we should hate each other because Michigan and Ohio they hate each other. But I love this man. This man knows his movies. He talks endlessly about them.
He does.
Yes, I love him. He's my inspiration for YouTube, honestly.
By the way, I found the type of bike I rode. It's called. They refer to that as a dual sport.
Well, there you go.
It's like a balance between cruiser, touring, and sport bike. It's kind of like a mix of both, and it was a Suzuki V-Strom. There you have it. Look it up, and now back to Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Okay, No more of your bikes.
Yes,
It's Chris
we
time.
got that squared away.
Indeed, it's Chris time. So
Yes.
he was in multiple jobs. He worked at McDonald's once. He worked at KFC once. I think Taco Bell or whatever. And finally, the job before he became a full-fledged YouTuber, he was a bus driver for mentally handicapped kids. So this man knows. This man is a good guy. Okay, he's been bullied a whole lot in his life
Yes.
because he's like super duper tall. Yeah, I think he's like 6'7" or something. Like he's huge. But anyway, he's still a great guy. I like him. He's got a good personality. So then he started doing these, quick movie reviews with
He
Chris
did.
Stuckmann on another channel, and he stopped doing that for some reason, and then he came back on, and that's his first video. That you go on to Chris Stuckmann or the Chris Stuckmann channel, you will see him returning to being a film reviewer with a Morgan Freeman god.
Who sounds nothing like Morgan Freeman.
It's Chris's Morgan Freeman.
I guess it is.
I don't know where he did this, but he was having fun. I like when Chris has fun. When Chris has fun, you have
Yes.
fun too.
Yes.
And then his first movie review of his channel was of The Last Airbender. Him just spouting out how much he just loves M. Night Shyamalan, which, okay. Okay. But, anyway, there's good things to like about him. There's some bad things that he kind of overlooks, but whatever. Anyway, so Chris, he's just spouting out like how much he loves all of like Shyamalan's movies, and then all of a sudden Last Airbender, and he's like, holy crap, this movie sucks.
Yes.
And you thought, what did you think about this video?
Well, I thought that,
The first video of Chris.
it was better than his newest, which we'll get to soon. Maybe it's because I've heard his voice so many times back
Yeah.
before I transferred to Auburn.
Yes.
Maybe it's because of his lighting in his recording area. Maybe it's his voice. I don't know, but this is not a YouTuber I like. I don't know what it is, but just
For shame on you.
something. I recognize his success and where he comes from and what he's doing for the community and for moviegoers, but nonetheless, I don't necessarily like the direction he took the channel. And I think you'll agree to some extent with what I'm about to say.
To some extent. So
Yes.
let's not get into that quite
Well, yeah.
yet,
But
anywho.
for the first video, I felt like he was, not totally serious the whole time, just at the right points. He was. The lighting was good in the room. It had nice eggshell white walls, eggshell white.
And he was at the end he was burning up the
And he-
Last Airbender merchandise. He was like, "I'm from the Fire Nation," just dancing around.
He did say that, and at the beginning he said he was gonna be pooping crap or something. I was
That
like,
was
or
the first.
crapping
That was
poop.
the first video. That was his return video.
I just thought, well, I mean, what else is gonna come out? So that was funny. I thought that was pretty good,
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's a great guy.
and he seemed enthusiastic about the review. I was able to focus and stay tuned in to what he was saying.
There were a lot more edits in his
Yes.
early videos.
I mean, despite the film quality being worse, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
the time it came out.
It's
It is
very-
what it is.
Very quick edits.
Yeah.
They were. I'll tell you what, you might like his even earlier reviews because when he did quick movie reviews,
Yes.
they were like 2 minutes long.
Oh wow, that's the move.
Yeah, that's the move. For
I
them.
will say
Most of the time though, he was just like crouched over in like the wall or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
He was crouched over in the wall, like this huge wall of like movie posters, and he just had like this really weird like hair
Yeah.
cut, and he just like was hunched over, and he was just like, yeah, I like these movies. This movie's good or whatever. Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Back when they were, going off the star system on YouTube.
For I guess.
And it wasn't owned by Google.
Yeah, it's for a year, and then
Yeah.
it was bought by Google, and they continued to do that. Like
Yeah.
2000, YouTube was made in 2005.
Yes.
Google bought it in 2006.
Wow, I didn't know it was that fast.
It was. But
Anyway,
anywho,
yeah.
So
that's my take on the first video. It
Yes.
seemed pretty decent.
when Chris wants to be there, you know it, and you're engaged.
Yes.
Like he actually has fun.
He does.
Like especially like in between, I guess. Now and back then, like there's this point in time where the he had like the old, like the first time he had the old set. You remember the old set before the blue walls? But he
The
had like
eggshell white?
no,
Oh,
like the one with all the movie posters and all that, like the corner or whatever.
I think I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. So there was that. Like the first time he had that, and then up until he had braces, that he was
Yes.
like always on points. He was like my favorite YouTuber, favorite reviewer, just like constantly like having fun. Every review was just something like creative or whatever.
Right.
Then he got braces.
He did.
He was still having fun, but then kind of went a little downhill from there. And then now he doesn't have braces anymore. Now he's got these long arms, like, or he's very like has them like clasped together, his hands clasped together and all that, like, or whatever. And he's not really doing a whole lot more. Like he's focusing more on like his movie making world, like with Notes for Melanie and Auditorium 6, which are his original short films.
Auditorium 6.
Yes.
Okay.
That was his first original short film,
Okay.
I guess.
That sounds very
It's a horror movie. Or horror short
inspired by something at a school.
film. Maybe. It was in a movie theater, but
Huh.
anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it might be on YouTube if you look for it. I know that he uploaded his Notes from Melody one. Most recent video was really, yeah, I know, right? I had to detail the history. So
Yeah.
his newest review, The Way Back, which he uploaded as of this recording 3 days ago,
Yes.
and his first review was like 9 years ago. So he was almost 10 years,
Huh.
or like as with this one channel, 10 years, I think.
Yes.
Unless YouTube ruined the time frame or whatever. But anyway, the Way Back review.
Yes.
There's more clips of the trailer.
Right. He did have a lot more footage from the movie. I noticed a
Yeah.
lot more of the drunken former player and
Yeah,
becoming
Ben
a
Affleck.
coach.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck centered film. I did
Yes.
pay attention.
Good. Anywho, it's he's less engaged than he has been.
So he's more
But he's-
engaged than he has been.
Yes. But I will
Yes.
say this, compared to some of his other videos when he was younger,
Yeah.
he's not quite in it.
No,
anymore.
not at all.
He's yeah, a lot of his videos now. I've seen this too. I'm not as critical,
Yes.
yes, of Chris,
Yes.
unlike the Hendry.
Right.
You're just like, well, when's this gonna end?
Oh no,
I'm
I want to hear what you have to say.
Yes. So, I'm not as critical. I do notice that he hasn't been quite up to par as his previous videos, but I will give him the benefit of the doubt. And like, movie making's really like, it's very taxing on a person. And
I can tell.
plus, he's going to school as well. Like, he's
Yeah.
trying to get his college degree. In
I
film.
doubt he has the workload I do, but I do respect the fact that
Yeah, he's
college takes a lot of effort,
Yeah, he's
a lot of time from your life, no matter what you're studying. So
Yeah, I think he's got, I don't know, I think he's taking like 3 classes. Like, that's one of the, like, I think he said that in one of his podcasts.
huh.
that he uploaded to YouTube.
Oh, good for him.
The one podcast he uploaded to YouTube. He took like 3 classes. So he's going to college, he's making films, and he's doing this reviewing YouTube thing, which is very taxing to him.
Yes.
And especially since, even through his happy days,
Happy days, you could say.
These days are all... Anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
So,
Good.
he
relation there.
he even shared this, like, in the comments, they just, like, berate him almost, and he kind of gets to him a little bit.
Oh, wow.
There's even, like, this one guy who, like, tried to stalk him,
Oh.
and, like, went to, like, I don't know, like,
Chris's
call-
place.
No, he called his father, and he, like, the guy just, like, yelled at his father for some reason.
He found Chris's dad.
Yeah, he went
called
so
him
deep.
on the phone.
Yeah, I do not recommend you do this. by the way.
That's
this is
wow.
terrible. That's terrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't recommend that at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't either.
If I were to see Chris, I'd probably like be in awe. First of all,
I'm sure you would.
and second, I would probably be like, "Hey, can I get this autograph? And I support you. Continue your work, and all that."
And
the Hendra would
repaint the
not.
wall.
Hendra would be like, "Dude, play your NES that you never
Play-
played with."
I'll get to that in a moment.
Oh yes. So, what did you think of? What you got?
All right,
You
yes.
got a lot to talk about here.
Maybe not as much as you might think, but yes. So, I want to see improvement. There's a little bit, but mostly I don't. Improvement is lacking. Enthusiasm has just been completely thrown into the fire that was in the first episode.
I'm laughing so much because he keeps on telling me this over and over.
I mean,
again.
this guy has the most boring voice. He's so unenthusiastic. He's like, all right, what's going on, guys? Today we're gonna talk about another movie. This one is Hardened. It's about
Hardened.
Is that what it's called?
The Way Back.
Oh, it's called The Way Back.
It's called
I
The
thought
Way
he
Back.
said it was Hardened. Okay.
I guess he maybe have said it was Hardened, but it's the name of it is The Way Back.
We're gonna talk about The Way Back. It's a Hardened classic here, where there's a coach who was a basketball player, had an alcoholism, and I really wish that there was more depth to the characters. There's the guy who likes to dance on the team, and that's kind of funny, but blah blah blah. Make sure to get Stuckmanized.
I will say this
Yeah.
though.
And yeah,
Before you continue,
Sure.
I'll say this.
say it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong in what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Other people have as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw on one of his reviews, I was
Yes.
watching his Hilariosity reviews, which is
Mhm.
a like a block of reviews that focus on like so bad it's good
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was of Steel, I think, and one of the comments was he has more. This guy said he has more. Looks like Chris has more energy in this review than he does in his latest reviews. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is
That's
the
a
hand
step
drive?
in the right direction.
Is this the hand drive? Is this the hand drive here? What the heck?
I mean, maybe things in life have got him kind of down. Maybe he's having relationship issues.
I wouldn't say that. I think
Okay.
they're pretty happily married.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's married. Then never mind that.
He's
He's
he's very happily married to Sam,
Shab, of course. That's,
Samantha.
That's hilarious.
She tried to have a YouTube channel, but I guess she stopped for some reason.
Chris was like, that's
Like she tried to have a book review channel, but
that's not a bad idea necessarily.
no, but it's not a bad idea at all. In fact, I want to do this on this channel. I've said that on many podcasts, but I don't know. She just dropped off of it. She hasn't had any posts. I think the latest posts of hers was like her and Chris going to Black Friday shopping or something.
Huh.
But anyway, that's not.
Yeah.
It's not about Sam's channel. It's about Chris's channel. So continue your rant on Chris.
Yeah. So this is nitpicking, but the walls are a very, very, very beautiful blue color. Which, you know, in terms of color favoritism, it's up there with eggshell white for a wall for me. Although he doesn't account for how the blue walls affect the lighting of the room. And what happens is the video looks really dark. I mean, you can see him clearly. It's just
Well, actually, he learned some coloring and lighting, so
good.
He intentionally wants it to look like that.
I don't like that. It makes it hard for me to, maybe it's an ADHD thing, but it makes it harder for me to pay attention. I see blue and I'm just like kind of just sitting there chilled, thinking about whatever, seeing the blue. And then on top of that, he's got all these Blu-ray discs in the background, which look
like
cool.
this.
I do think that's a nice touch. It distracts me and anyone else who deals with what I do, but it looks cool.
I think it looks amazing.
Yes.
Chris, you can't do any wrong. Chris, you're amazing.
Then we get to, he's got his Nintendo Entertainment System and his Nintendo 64 sitting there displayed proudly, which I don't blame him for. Nothing wrong with displaying your
NES.
Your stuff, you know, your gaming stuff, although he's not much into the gaming aspect. Occasionally he does.
Occasionally he does do some game reviews.
Occasionally
he's mainly into the movie reviews.
Yes,
though.
sometimes I hear
anime reviews.
I hear
well.
slams a phone with the da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like Mario got an extra life, and then I'm like, well, Stuckmann's doing a game this time.
In fact, I think the main draw to him, the reason why he's so big now with over 1 billion subscribers,
Yes.
or 1 million subscribers, was the fact that this one anime thing he did for Dragon Ball Evolution, he, like, before the one that you can currently see on his Hilariosity.
Yes.
But anyway, that just like soared his career and all that, and that's why many people know him now. So
Yes.
But anyway,
So
continue nitpicking.
what else? You know, if he was a little bit more enthusiastic, and even if you have the blue walls, that's fine. Just make the lighting a little bit more vibrant. It would go a long way. I wouldn't feel like I'm gonna fall asleep from their dark, relaxing atmosphere, because I swear the first one we watched, I actually felt more engaged with him.
I don't know why that looked even darker.
Well, it did, but the color of the wall, or maybe it is the wall color.
It is wall.
I guess it is. Either way, it just, I could focus on the video easier.
Yeah.
But
okay.
the current stuff, it's just he just kind of drones on and on, and it just is so hard to focus on. I've tried and tried again, and I
watched him
It's tough.
try to do it, and it was tough for him.
It is tough.
ladies and gentlemen.
So
I'll tell you this.
that's my take. And the theme song is mediocre. I don't mean to be biased, but I think the theme song I created for our channel is better.
Of course you do. Because you made it.
Yes, and it's got more, from a musical standpoint, it's got more dynamics, and it's got more variety in the tone. You know, I've got the main riff is on the neck pickup of my Strat. Yes, I played this on a Stratocaster, if you're curious, and the little soloing part at the end was on the neck pickup of my Fender Stratocaster, made in Mexico.
Okay.
Blick on blick.
Okay.
So, I
Yeah.
love that thing. Anyway, Stuckmann, you went from good to bad to mediocre to between bad and mediocre. That's where you stand now. Keep up the good work, Chris. Don't keep up the bad work, for the love of God. I mean,
I will give you this. I
I think he's kind of gotten a little. If I were to nitpick, he did.
Yeah.
He has gotten a little, whatever,
Yeah.
a little less energetic, I guess. However, I like the fact that he talks that much about movies. I wish
bet
he
you
made
do.
wish he made it a little bit more, uppity and
Yes.
funny like he
Yes.
used to do.
Exactly.
There's also this other thing that he used to do. It's called Retro Rewind, about like stuff that he liked or disliked in growing up or whatever. Like he talked about Superman 64 once, and he played it. And I was like, "What, Chris? It was a great video. Why don't you make more?" And he went and visited Blockbuster before like most of them closed, except for the one in Oregon. And I was like, "Chris, where is this series?
That sounds
Continue-
more intriguing. you
Continue
know?
with the series."
It really
But
does.
He stopped.
Huh.
He stopped with the series, and I'm like, "What, Chris? Please, bring this back."
Yeah. I'll
Like-
have to agree.
I don't know. Anyway, the only I like the lighting. I think the lighting's good. The only thing I really have to say nitpick about Chris is that he needs to be a little bit more energetic. And I know I get you. Okay, you're making movies. You're in film school as well. You got to support your wife and all that. I get that. However, I think you really need to boost the energy up a little bit.
Yeah, buddy.
You're a likable guy. I like you. Honestly, your whole entire channel I'll give like an A++ to.
I mean,
if I were to grade it.
I've seen-
there's no grading with this this segment of the podcast, but if I were to grade you, I give you an A++.
Yes.
Because you're
you
awesome.
Would. You would.
I would, yes. However, I would say please just give yourself a little bit more energy. Just drink a Red Bull or something. Be creative in your
Yeah.
reviews, and not necessarily only on your short films.
I would probably give him a C+.
Of course,
Overall.
we're not grading.
I know we're not, but since you did, I figured I'd input there.
Okay.
A very solid C+ channel. In the early days, he was probably a B+ to A-. Currently, he's probably a B- to B, and his rough period was probably a C-.
And I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
He's been on.
Wait, the average did not make sense there at all,
Yeah.
did it? Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I'll let me fix that. I'll give him a B then. I think that's
there you go.
more realistic.
All right. Well, I'll also say this. He's been
Yes.
on every. I think he's been on. He's collaborated with every one of my, or most of my movie reviewer channels that I subscribe to.
Even Jeremy Johns.
He is done with Jeremy Johns. He's done a couple with Doug
Really?
Walker. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
I'm surprised.
he's been in two of like the Nostalgia Critic reviews too, I think.
Huh.
Yeah. And he's also been on
Okay.
he's been on Collider Movie Talk
Yeah.
once. He was a little awkward there. I don't think it was. He was a little awkward there, but hey, it's good as Chris. But
Yes,
anyway,
it is Chris.
indeed, he's also been on Sodarna Cast.
Hmm.
He's collaborated with Your Movie Sucks.
Yes.
I Hate Everything. He knows Ralph the Movie Maker. I know that. So
Right.
yeah, he's a great guy. It just needs to have more energy, please, Chris. Don't die on me. I love you, Chris. If I ever
Yes.
find you, if I ever see you in the movie theater, I would be like, yo, Chris, I'm your biggest fan. Give me your autograph, please.
Exactly.
Can we watch a movie together? I promise I will stay off my phone.
I bet you will.
Indeed. Now it's time for best and worst of my thing. Best and worst NBA teams, aka basketball.
Yes.
Not an NFL. NFL, no.
Well,
That's-
it's
that's-
wrong season.
Yeah. So there's wrong sport, honestly.
Well, that too.
But anyway, NBA, that's where it's at. Okay. I don't like I like college basketball as well.
War Dam. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
We
and,
almost won.
Yeah, and you lost.
We lost at the last minute. That was so close. That championship game, but
Indeed.
Maybe we'll do it this year, although I'm not sure.
Anywho, I like football. I love college football, not NFL, except for the Super Bowl.
Again,
That's it.
War Dam. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know, you know. But anyway, but it's weird because basketball, I can watch basketball all the time. Any type of basketball.
Yes.
And especially I don't know, the NBA. Sometimes it gets pretty heated out there. Sometimes it's like a reality show, which is hilarious.
Yes.
So anywho, I love basketball. I got 2 varsity letters in basketball. I
You
love
did.
it. I love it. It's a great sport. It's fast. It's fast paced. It's
It
like
is.
hockey. Hockey's pretty fast paced too.
Yes.
Except for this one, you gotta have not only muscles, but you gotta have the tallness
And
factor
shoes.
and the shoes.
Not
you cannot-
skates.
You cannot forget the shoes.
Skates aren't going to help you here.
Skates are not going to help you. Okay. These sneakers. Okay. Basketball
Yes.
shoes.
You need
Nike.
your sneakers.
You need your sneakers. Nike.
You gotta say
Nike.
sneakers, not tennis shoes, man.
Nike, my dude. Nike.
Yeah.
Anywho, my favorite NBA team that I will be probably betting on if they're still in it. I
Yeah.
think they're still in it.
Yes.
They're still in it for the March Madness is Chicago Bulls.
Really?
Yes, Chicago.
You're gonna talk about the Bulls.
I'm gonna talk about the Bulls.
Talk about the Bulls, the Bears,
Talk
and
about the
the
Bulls.
Cubs. They're kind of a niche, but
I'll
it's
do my
losing.
best. What's weird is that they got some rivalries with the Detroit Pistons, which is another team I really do enjoy.
I'm sure you like Detroit
Because,
Pistons.
of course, Detroit. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised what my worst is. But anyway,
I think I know, but
you think I know. Well, or you think you know. But anyway.
yes.
So, anyway, for some reason, I really do enjoy the Bulls. Mainly, I guess, is because Michael Jordan, aka my favorite basketball person.
Yes. What's wrong with Shaq? But continue.
What's wrong with Shaq?
I mean,
nothing
there's
nothing's wrong.
nothing wrong with Shaq.
Nothing's
I
wrong
can't
with
do a
Shaq.
Shaq impression.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Shaq. I love Shaq as well, but Michael Jordan is my favorite NBA player, and he was in this. He was in the Bulls. He made the Bulls the way it is,
He did.
and he was, I guess, is kind of the reason why post dynasty struggles kind of happened there.
Yes.
But yeah. Also, Scottie Pippen was also on this team.
I got something to say about Scottie Pippen, which is a
put
very British sounding name, but he's black. Not
What?
to be racist, it's just a fact.
It is Scottie. What about Scottie?
You're gonna be shocked that I'm gonna tie it into this, but there was actually a video game about Scottie Pippen in the 90s.
Of course, there was Shaq Fu.
It might be better than Shaq Fu. It's definitely a so bad it's good type of game. On the infamous Sega CD, it's called a Slam City. It'd be great for you because of Slam City and with Scottie Pippen.
Indeed.
A lot of cheesy 90s rapping. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. That kind of crap. And the guy's like, oh, the fingers got you again. It's funny. Look that up. Of the games on the Sega CD, it's definitely one of the funnier ones. Anyway, continue where you're going with the Bulls.
Also, apparently, also, they gave us one of the greatest basketball players of all time, Michael Jordan, but also gave us Dennis Rodman, aka the, I guess you can call him the bridge between the U.S. and North Korea, because he's friends with Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un.
Right. I've heard about this.
Yeah, he's also married to himself.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
Oh, boy. Anywho, yeah. I think they're, for the most part, I could be wrong about this. You can comment below if I'm right or wrong, but I see them as more consistent. Like, I see them as like the Yankees of basketball.
You think
honestly.
the Bulls are?
I think they are. I guess it's all a matter of opinion, I guess, but I think the Bulls are like I think the Bulls, like, they do a lot. Like, they're a very core team
Yeah.
in NBA, and I like them. They gave us a lot of great players. They I don't know. I don't necessarily like. I don't know. It's just they're very interesting, to say the least. I guess their overall team. They're not like as far as I know. I don't really know if there's any like star player or whatever that's like trying to like suck all the energy out. Most of the time when you think of the Bulls after Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
you think of the Bulls. You don't think of one particular player, which is good. That's
Right.
where the focus is supposed to be on
Right.
the team. And I'm sure there's people that are trying to do that, but more often than not, they've tried to rein it back in and
Right.
got it toward the team elements, which I enjoy.
Yes.
It's what there is no I in team.
That's right.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, even though he's a great ball player, he was still like, little high and mighty or whatever, for my opinion. But
Yes.
anywho,
Zeus.
Derrick Rose is also part of this. They just crap lightning, as Rocky's manager would say.
Crapped lightning.
They crap lightning. They crap so many amazing ball players.
Of their
It's amazing.
ball and asshole, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Into the basketball.
Into the
toilet bowl.
unknown. Into the unknown. Don't wanna
Into
get
the
cop-
toilet bowl.
Don't want to get a copyrighted here. But
Yeah, for
anyway.
real.
So yeah,
Well,
it's my favorite team.
that's not who I
Dennis-
thought you were gonna pick.
Dennis is proud. He's looking up in heaven. He's like, sass.
Yes, Dennis Farina. The Bulls and the Bears and the Cubs. Fuck the Cubs. Sass and Zeus. Anyway,
Zeus? Yes.
He never said sauce or Seuss,
Why?
just so
Who'd you-
we're clear.
Who'd you think I would pick?
The Lakers.
The Lakers.
Yeah. I thought that's what you had up earlier, but
No, we might hear from them coming up.
I figured since you researched them, they appear somewhere.
Yes.
Well, allow me to share mine, which may not be what you're expecting.
Hang on. So yeah, before then, I'll say that the most of their championships have been in the 90s, conference titles in the 90s, division titles, like starting in 75, most of them in the 90s, but they've gone toward 2011 and 2012. And yeah, they're probably more consistent. They haven't like won a whole lot, like nowadays. But I mean, yeah, I think they're pretty good. They're the underdogs nowadays, and I root for the underdogs. I guess. Whatever. Anywho, son, what's your favorite?
Well, let's see. My favorite NBA team, at least for the current season, is going to be the Boston Celtics.
Boston, eh? Boston.
You know, I'm
Pocket
talking
car.
about. No, a pocket card. Chowder Sox and Warburgs is
The Celtics, man. The Boston Celtics.
we're gonna talk about the Boston Celtics.
I can't really do Boston. That sounded too much
Boston.
like AdSass, but it wasn't.
Pocket car.
Park your card, huh?
Yeah, there's a very hilarious Super Bowl commercial.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And
Anyway,
there's also the Lucky Charms parody, Boston Charms.
Boston Charms.
They're
Man.
always after me, Boston Charms.
My Boston Charms. Anywho,
So
continue.
yes, I don't necessarily follow NBA as much as I should. I may get into that more as I get older.
I mean, I'm not. It's kind of like with me.
Yeah.
It's kind of like with you and motorcycles, I guess. You're on the surface of it. I mostly am a player. I mostly play basketball. I don't know why. I just don't really necessarily enjoy watching sports, but most of the time it's either like basketball or hockey.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I think for me, I like the logo I like the colors of the team. Green is one of my favorite colors. It has been ever since I saw the Hulk 2003. That's a fact. I don't know why, but
Can't believe it. You're actually talking about movies in a non-movie subject.
yes, but that's a fact. That's all. It's not even the movie so much as it is the franchise. The movie, as they say in Africa.
Back to the song.
Yes. So, yeah. My boy Kemba Walker, point guard. I can sympathize with him. In 6th grade, when I played basketball for a chunk of a season.
Not the whole season.
No,
but a
I
chunk.
quit before it ended because I just was kind of done with it. It's kind of BS. But I played point guard for a bit. I didn't really. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't for me. That was before I knew I had ADHD. It was definitely not working in my favor.
I guess. I don't know. I played point guard before. It's not really my forte, I guess. Mostly a 5, I guess, or like, I don't know, on top of the 3-point line, I guess.
Yeah, the
main guy,
center.
the center.
Yeah, you'd be good at that.
Yeah.
I'm not tall enough for that.
Oh, I'm pretty tall for that.
Yes, I wanted to be point guard. I always thought the point guard was like the equivalent of the NFL or football quarterback, but maybe it kind of is and it kind of isn't. But it's not. I think basketball, each position for the team, I think overall plays a more equally important role than it does in something like football, where some roles are a lot more meaningful than others.
Indeed.
So, Kemba Walker's looking pretty good, and we got our forward, power forward Jason Tatum. I hear a lot about him on the news sometimes. And Gordon Hayward. So, they have a good outlook. They're ranked pretty high. They may not be at the top, but I think they have a good shot at working their way up. I'd be interested in seeing how they do.
Heck yeah. Would you go after? Would you bet all of it? Would you bet it all on
Indeed.
Boston Celtics
No.
for March Madness?
Not necessarily.
Interesting.
I'm not necessarily going to bet on anybody.
Oh, I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet so much money.
A lot of the monies.
A lot of the monies. $1 million. Claim your prize. What's in your bet?
You will have no monies in your bunk.
Indeed.
So, yeah, that's all I got for that. What is your least favorite NBA team?
Oh, let's see. Where are we? Okay. Atlanta Hawks. Yo.
Sus?
Yeah. My gosh. Here's the reason.
I mean,
why.
I know why.
Yeah,
But
you know why. Here's the reason why. They suck.
this season, yes, they
yes,
suck.
like,
There have been past years when they did fairly well.
I'll
but
tell you what.
This season, they're horrible.
Yeah, there's most seasons are horrible. Okay, they've been to one championship in 1958.
Has it
okay?
been that long?
Yes, conference titles.
God,
They've
that's awful.
the last conference title they've been on was in 1961, son. My parents
Wow.
weren't even born yet.
1961.
Yes.
Wow.
What the heck? And division title, okay? The most recent one was in 2015, and they were the runners up.
Yeah.
Son, what the hell?
What
The hell is up with this?
that-
okay? It's like
Yeah.
it's like the Falcons, right? Going to the Super Bowl and then cogging out and being like the runner up. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
This is stupid.
See,
This is stupid.
being from the Atlanta area, I wanted to be like, I love the Hawks, but then I saw that they were at the bottom of the barrel for the Eastern Conference, and I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
never mind
Stupid.
that.
This is stupid.
That's sad.
It's very sad. It's stupid. Like,
Only
apparently,
they could be more like the Falcons a few seasons back when they went to the Super Bowl.
if only they were better than the Falcons
and actually win
and actually win.
March
Actually,
Madness.
Yeah, actually go there. Holy crap!
Yes.
Apparently, they're like
Zeus.
one of their rivalries is with the Boston Celtics.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's
That's not why
whatever.
I picked the Celtics,
no.
but
I
I've
wish-
heard that.
Yeah, I wish the Falcons would be better, especially coming from a Piston
Yeah.
family.
No, a Ford piston, I'd hope. A
yeah,
good,
of course.
solid motorcraft
Yeah,
piston
a
going
Detroit-
in that engine block.
Detroit Piston
Cylinder
basketball
number
team,
one
yeah.
right there, if you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah,
Best cylinder in the house.
yeah. Detroit Pistons basketball team and all that. Like they were not, I don't think they're like super like on top of everything, but they were pretty good.
They're better than the Hawks are. I know that.
Everybody's better than the Hawks. The Hawks, from what I've researched, they're like the Cubs.
The Cubs,
The Cubs.
they ain't like the Bulls.
No, they're like
Or the Bears.
Oh my god.
The Bears, man.
Yeah, before the 2016 season of the Cubs.
Yes.
Holy crap! I don't think they barely won anything past 1961, I guess. They
Wow.
went to some division titles, but I mean, 2015 it's like their latest one, and they're like hardly anything.
Yeah, that's
Holy crap! This is
that's
awful.
unfortunate.
This is awful. It's awful. I hate it. Get
the piece of
LeBron.
crap. Horse trash. Come
Even-
inside.
Get
it's fine
LeBron.
inside.
Get LeBron on your team.
LeBron. Yeah, that'd be
Have
helpful.
him, get him on your team. Help, like, I don't know, pimp him up. I guess I don't know. Get him like the biggest house Atlanta has to offer, and get him here. Save our team. My gosh, team's horrible. I hate it. Anyway,
Well,
I'm not gonna talk about this anymore. It makes me angry.
yeah, it's kind of sad that it's our team that's at the bottom.
Yeah, it's
But
that's why I hate it. This team sucks.
yeah,
Get better. Rise up.
although I will say that my least favorite team is ranked even lower.
Is that even possible?
Yes, all thanks to the Golden State Warriors.
The Golden State Warriors.
Have you ever even heard of that?
No.
No, neither had I, until I looked it up.
Yeah.
And
Who are-
it's kind of interesting.
Who are they? Where do they
Well-
come from? Do they come from California too?
Yeah.
What?
So
like the Lakers. What the heck? This is from the same state as the Lakers?
yeah,
The heck?
but they're on like complete opposite ends of the rankings here. Like the Lakers are literally number 1 right now. The Warriors are number 15 out of 15. So that is for the Western Conference.
Oh yeah, by the way, what's the Hawks?
The Hawks are 15 out of 15 for the Eastern Conference.
Oh,
But
well, of course.
they've won more games than the Warriors have. And they've lost less games than the Warriors have.
Yeah, well, okay.
Not by a lot. The difference is small.
The difference is small, but it's mighty.
The Hawks at least won 19. Warriors only 15. I mean, like, talk about Zeus.
Talk about Zeus. How many titles have they gone into? Like, look up their stats on Wikipedia since you haven't.
You know what? Let's take a look together.
Indeed. Let's go. The Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Uh-huh.
Come inside, there's fun inside. Do.
Really?
Really? What's the really? All right. Well, you have the stats. What does it say?
Funny enough, for doing as bad as they did or are doing this season, for the past 2 years, they did manage to obtain a division and a conference title.
Or they
And-
at least went into it.
Yeah, and they were in the championship in 2018.
Yeah.
So if they did that, why 2 years later are they worse than the Hawks?
probably players.
I'm guessing there was a nice
Player-
trade of players there.
Player trade there. I don't keep up with them. I haven't even heard of them. But
I mean,
they
hell,
probably should have.
they've got Stephen Curry, and he's like well known for being a beast, a baller.
He is. I haven't really kept up with Stephen Curry, honestly. But anyway, he is a baller. He's a baller.
They're all ballers, but
Indeed. Anywho.
I mean,
yeah, it sucks. It's terrible.
I mean, I'm not.
They probably traded him. Maybe, I don't even know. I don't keep up with the
No, let's look real quick.
Alright then, Stephen Curry. Typing that bad boy in.
Oh, I see. He's sick right now.
Oh, that's why. That's why. Oh,
Huh,
yeah.
that's interesting.
Was interesting.
He has the flu right now.
Oh, he's got the coronavirus.
No, I don't think he has the coronavirus, but he is sick. And in California, which they've had a lot go down there, so hopefully he doesn't have it.
Indeed.
That might explain why they're not doing so hot.
Probably.
I mean,
yeah. Indeed.
Well, nonetheless, if they're doing worse than the not the Falcons, the Hawks, then
Hawks. This ain't football.
What can I say except success?
Indeed. And now it's time for a
theme park review. So,
brought to you by the great state of Fingers. Fingers are great. If you find one on the side of the road,
great state
call
of
911.
Fingers.
Yeah,
Is that the 51st state?
probably is Finger State. If you find a finger on the side of the road, call 911. What are you doing?
That would be messed up, wouldn't it?
It would. It would be totally messed up. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where a little group finds a severed toe or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. If you haven't seen it by now, you probably will never.
Yeah, buddy.
Anywho. All right. Well, now it's time to talk about
Doctor Doom's Fearfall.
Indeed. This design of this ride.
It's one of those one of the droppers.
Yes.
Not a panty dropper, unfortunately, for those of you males out there with us.
This is a
person dropper.
It's a pretty bad design, honestly.
Well, it's not unique. There are many rides like this.
Indeed.
So,
plus the design of it, like Spider-Man, right? They really dove into like the comic book-esque.
They did.
Like for Doctor Doom, honestly, there's just like
there was some
like poster things, but that was it.
Well, you might have been too busy mid-China, which we'll get to in a moment.
We will.
Doctor Doom gave like a speech about testing, then you're gonna be his test subjects or something.
Oh.
At the beginning.
I don't even remember that.
I'm sure you don't. You were Chinaing and thinking about BB&T's online banking because they kept calling.
Yeah, I was because they.
Yup.
Yeah, because they were trying to. Whatever. BB&T is a bank. It's pretty good.
Except for that
Except
one time.
for that one time.
It's
It's 99%. 90% of a good bank. That 1% though is it's pretty bad.
Yeah. And now it's truest.
Anyway, it is truest.
So, you get on, you pull down the harness. Doctor Doom talks. Slam goes. Oh my God, please! And
China.
And prays a little. Then that bad boy shoots up at probably 40 miles an hour or something around that caliber.
Yeah.
Felt about like that. It was fun for me and not him.
No, it was not. I am not a fan of heights. However, I'm just trying to do it for the roller coaster esque, I guess. I don't know.
Hell, that's not even a coaster.
That's not even that's a ride.
Coaster's one thing, but this This takes you to a whole another level. Pun intended.
Pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like for me, I guess heights are kind of a distraction from derailing and dying. I guess.
Yeah.
Like the derailing and dying aspect of the roller coaster, kind of like.
Which would be hard to do, actually.
Yeah, kind of makes me.
I don't know. Still have a fear of that. But it kind of like distracts me from the height aspect
Yeah.
of it, I guess. This one's just all heights, and I'm like, oh crap, I am scared of heights. Crap.
Well, yeah, if you're not a fan of heights, you won't be a fan of the fear fall. You will have lots of fear on that fall.
This thing is I don't know. It didn't really dive into the like design elements. I don't think all that much.
It's more about the ride itself. That is more like what a ride's like at Six Flags.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, Batman's a little bit more. It's got a little bit more to it.
I guess. I don't know.
Batman's probably about like the Hulk in terms of
Well, yeah, but we gotta go
waiting
off.
queue.
For me, I guess it goes off of like theme parks. And all that.
Well, Six Flags is a theme park.
Oh, I know that, but it's a separate theme park from
It
Universal.
is. Oh,
So
most certainly.
I would say that you know, if you're going to put in so much money into immersive attractions like Jurassic Park
Yes.
or the Mummy ride and all
Yeah.
that, I would say do the same thing with this Doctor Doom ride.
Right.
But you know, if that's the same as like every Six Flags thing, why should I go there and ride that ride when I can just do it at Six Flags?
Right.
So
Well,
why should I spend so much money to ride this
now
stupid ride?
you're having the parent mentality on this.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, why? Honestly, why should I?
Well, if you like it more for the ride, which I thought was false, but maybe is now true.
Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe you changed my mind.
I might have. So I've been on the one at Six Flags, and I forgot the name of it, but that one takes you to the top slowly, and the guy who probably makes a little above minimum wage
Not
starts he starts singing some random song about falling
What
through
the
the
heck?
microphone just
That
to
is-
mess with your head,
The heck? It's so creepy.
and
The heck?
I thought it was kind of funny.
I think that was funny too, but it's
And
also
then
kinda creepy.
there's some kind of climactic part of the song about falling, and then he presses the release button. and
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Raindrops keep falling.
On my head!
And then it's like. That's the noise it makes, actually.
Indeed.
And it's a different experience. Rather than being shot up fast, that one you just fall fast.
Yeah.
If anything, the one at Universal, this Fearfall ride, might be safer because it has more control in the return descent.
Oh crap. Well, you're here, folks. Anyway,
It's kind of like, I know you haven't been on it, but the Tower of Terror at the Disney parks,
Oh, yeah.
except for California, ripped that one.
rip that one indeed. That guy is now the CEO.
Yes.
That made that decision.
Oh dear. Anyway, the Tower of Terror is the Tower of Terror drops first, but it goes up and down fast. It's the same concept.
Indeed.
It's a little less terrifying because it's an
Heard also-
elevator shaft.
I heard it also like goes into rooms. Does it go into?
Yeah, it does. It has like a little slow ride part at the beginning, and then it does the dropping, and
Indeed.
all of the middle school girls on the
Let's talk about
school trip scream louder than necessary just to fit in with their buddies.
let's go back into Doctor Doom though. Because
Yes.
there's not a whole lot to talk about.
Yes.
This is like the
Yes.
bottom of
You're
the
right.
barrel.
You're right.
Cause like here's the thing, Doctor Doom, as a character,
Yes.
I'd say he's a pretty decent Marvel character. He's
He is.
one of the best Marvel villains.
Oh yes.
Because not only is he Tony Stark in that he can like he's smart and he can like make Tony Stark Iron Man.
Wait. My mind
He's-
has been blown. They're the same person.
No, the heck.
Oh, okay.
He's
I was
like-
wait, what? Oh, he's like. Okay,
Tony
okay.
Stark. My gosh, this
I was like,
this
wait a
kid.
minute. This doesn't sound right.
Yeah, this kid, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, for real.
Well, actually, I think in some comics he was Doctor Doom for a little bit, but that's that's not completely
Yeah, like-
canon. But anyway,
Yes.
so
Shoes.
he's like
Tony Stark, where
Right.
he can like make his own armor and all that. But he's also has some magical qualities, like
Yes.
Doctor Strange and all that. So you can do a whole lot with his character, and for him to just have this one stupid, like not very exciting, like attraction, and then the ride itself, it's just like slapped on.
Yeah, I will say that's probably not their main focus for that part of the park.
Yeah, they need everything should be high quality though.
I mean, of the rides like that I've been on, that was definitely one of the better ones. So
Yeah,
I
guess.
must say, those rides like that are just so simple. It's hard to make much. Well, hell, Disney pulled it off, but Disney probably
Disney
had a
pulls it
better
off.
budget to work from,
Indeed. I don't know.
if I had to guess.
I don't know.
Either way,
Universal's kind of cheap, honestly. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like Universal, the whole company.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say those park tickets are about the same as Disney. It's close. They're both very expensive.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Disney's a little bit more though, because you want to go into all the parks.
Well, if you're gonna go in
All
all
the
the parks,
parks.
yeah, that's expensive.
Like Universal only has 2, so
Well, Universal also has a water park, I think, and they've got.
which we didn't go into.
Well, no,
Or-
we didn't. They've got. They've also got. I like Universal's hotels better though than Disney's, to be honest.
Well,
But
did you
that's
go into like
beyond
the
the
high end
scope.
one?
It was, I'd say it's fairly high end. It was
No,
the-
did you go to the high end Disney one, or is it just that one
Oh,
motel?
yeah, I've been in one of the nicer ones. I've been in the one that the monorail goes through also.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't stay at it, but
Well, you should
went
stay
inside.
at it and then decide.
Well,
both of
that's a lower quality hotel though.
All right. Well,
But beside
Just-
the point,
yeah. Let's get back on track. Stop
Yes.
getting off the track.
back to Doctor Doom.
Indeed. I think they just slapped this on.
They did,
And I don't like that.
and you
I think the thrill
you
elements.
chined and
I did chime.
prayed.
I did pray as well.
Yes,
it was a
I remember.
long.
The prayer was first.
However,
I remember the
there was a
order.
pretty decent line for it. Is that not correct?
It was not as
Semi-decent.
big as other lines.
Yeah, not as big as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the lower end ones, honestly. And yeah, I'm gonna give this. If I'm gonna rate this, I don't know. Excitement level was pretty. Is there.
Oh yeah.
The ride is fine, I guess, but just slapping on Doctor Doom is just not what Universal is clearly trying to do.
Oh yeah.
So, like, slapping on characters for the rides is clearly not what they're trying to do. They're mostly trying to do, like, the immersive thing, like, you know, Disney and all that. But anyway, I would probably give this maybe a 5.8 out of 10.
I think just because I've been on similar rides at other parks, I think the best one I've been on is probably Tower of Terror. This is probably number 2.
Indeed.
And for that, I give it a 7.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I place less emphasis on the theming, I suppose.
I guess.
I like the color scheme of it, though. I thought that was cool. And Doctor Doom's speech that you missed out on was kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean,
That was a nice
they,
touch.
they didn't just slap it. They didn't just slap Doctor Doom onto this ride and actually incorporate him more into the ride.
They also
aspect
made
of
it where you had to stand in front of a specific like test chamber, and you walked in, and you were just in that one little room by yourself. And then you
I
look up,
do.
and you're like, oh. Then.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
rest
yeah.
is
Okay.
history.
Yeah.
As they say for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah.
Well, dope.
So
Now-
next up,
Now it's time for a memeopolis. Hendry, you got the meme today.
yes.
What is this meme that you're going to share with us? It's an oldie but a goodie.
Yes, here come that boy, Oh shit, what up? As they say.
That bite, that frog on a unicycle.
Yes. The classic green frog on a unicycle. You could call him the color Dat Boy Green, as I said earlier. So,
this thing.
yes.
So, I haven't seen this a whole lot. Probably because when I was on the internet, this type of thing kind of died down, I guess.
Yeah.
Like YouTube was kind of I was finally like I don't know, more into searching stuff on Google and all that, Wikipedia,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
More serious tone. I didn't really look up a whole lot of memes or whatever. But
Yes.
where does this meme come from, son?
Well,
How did this
it originated on a simple clip art website, but it was first discovered, I think. Actually, yeah, someone probably took it from the clip art website and just turned it into a meme, and somehow it became really popular. I'm not sure why.
Probably because the internet was
It was
really small and very
yeah.
smaller than it is today, and very just
Oh look, leave Britney alone.
that's
Yeah,
just
for real.
It's just hilarious. Something like that wouldn't
Yeah.
catch on that well today.
Right. There's the most famous video on YouTube regarding this is a British text-to-speech voice rapping lyrics to the beat of Crank That Soulja Boy. It's like,
Soulja Boy.
watch him row, watch him come, watch him row.
Watch
Oh,
me
here
here,
come
watch
that
me
boy.
go. Watch me here, watch me
It's like-
go.
Here come that boy. Here come that boy. Oh shit, what up? Here come that boy. Watch him get it. Watch him roll. Something like that. And it's kind of funny just 'cause how
Yeah.
simple it is.
I think so too.
And-
Soulja Boy, who's trying to like make an Xbox,
Yeah.
like his own video game consoles. Hilarious.
The whole idea basically is that when someone's like, oh man, here come that boy, like some badass person's rolling up, and it's a frog on a unicycle,
Yeah.
which is very comical. And you're like, oh. And then everyone's like, oh shit, what up? It's that boy.
It's one of those classic memes, I
Yeah.
would think. It's not like
It is.
belittling
It is.
anybody.
No.
It's just, frog on a unicycle. Here come that boy. Hey,
Yes.
funny. Hilarious.
It's
It's almost like that one meme where just guys just going, oh!
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So basically, people started looking into the origin of this, and they discovered it was in a physics textbook. So they
Oh, these were STEM people that made
Probably.
this. Yeah, let's be honest here.
And-
STEMmies.
I think, yeah, someone who was in a physics class had this in the textbook, and they were like, "Oh my God, it's that boy!" So
That boy.
they reported it somewhere, and somehow they got in touch with the author of the physics textbook, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I got that from this clip art website." So they found the clip art website, which I have pulled up here on the computer for us, and sure enough, that boy is riding his unicycle on the website.
Indeed he is, ladies and gentlemen.
And it says nothing about that boy, oh shit, what up? It's just the frog on the unicycle, and
It just says frog on unicycle.
and it's from Animation Factory. It looks
So-
like something from the early 2000s, so
It's so random and yet so effective.
yes. A lot of people have dressed up as Dat Boy for Halloween, I think. They
Of course they did.
wear a frog costume
In
and
the
ride a
early
unicycle.
2000s.
Yes.
All these STEM people are
Yes.
just like, look at me, I'm that boy. Hey,
I-
there's that boy.
I'm Dat Boy, everybody. I'll graph the velocity of Dat Boy's unicycle using my TI-89 graphing calculator. But now I use the Inspire. Although the 89 has built-in electrical engineering tools. Oh shit, what up?
Oh. Anywho.
So, really, That's a simple meme, and that's simply all I've got to say about that.
That's simply all I gotta say about that. I don't really know quite a whole lot about that.
About Dat?
Dat Boy.
Dat Boy?
I don't know a lot about Dat Boy. I didn't grow up with Dat Boy.
Well, neither did I, but I've encountered him through random videos.
Indeed.
So, next up we have commentators on the comments. So,
Commentators on the comments.
what YouTube comment on our channel did you find?
Well, I pulled up a I guess this is a spam one.
Oh yeah.
I guess this is spam because he gone now. But
Could've been.
yeah, this was on the our Flash arcade review.
Flash, the pinball machine.
Indeed, the arcade review.
Well, yeah.
But anyway,
I want to see what this says.
oh, it's pretty interesting.
Someone.
It's from Traptown NCS. He says, "Awesome video. Keep it up!" Exclamation point. Would you like to be YouTube friends? Question mark. Smiley face.
That sounds very generic.
It does.
It eerily reminds me of a Craigslist ad or a response to an ad where you post something and you like immediately get an email that says, "Hi, I'm interested in your item."
Indeed. Well,
And it specifically just says item, and I can pay using Google Wallet. And you're like, no thanks.
yeah. I would be like, well, Traptown NCS, if you were a real person, I'd say yes, but you're not. So
Yeah, buddy.
yeah, that's a red X right there.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, if you were real, I'd say heck yeah,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
but you're not. So
Oh,
heck,
no.
heck no. And yeah, that's about it. It's very generic,
Mm-hmm.
very to the point,
Yep.
pretty stupid. Stop. The thing is, though, I've been getting a lot more of these things on this channel.
Really?
And I'm like,
That's
Yo.
interesting.
yo, stop this.
Hmm.
Stop it, you scammers.
For real.
I don't want to be your YouTube friend.
Huh.
I don't want to be, the robot's friend. I want to be a human friend. I want to be the very best.
But no one ever was. Bing, bing, bong, central.
Bing, bing, bong, bong. Bing, 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 bong. Anywho.
Beep, 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 bing, bing, bong, bong.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, bong, bing, bong, bong. We are number one.
We are number one. That's Lazy Town.
Yes, that will be a meme for the future.
I guess it will.
Stay
I
tuned
guess
for
it will.
that.
Stay
Now,
tuned.
let's wrap up here with
recommendations.
recommendations for our best and worst. So, as I'd mentioned earlier, the best motorcycle I think that often gets overlooked sometimes by people who can afford Harleys, which are expensive but possibly worth the money, is the Honda Shadow.
Oh, really?
Yes, which is the same style motorcycle. I've actually sat on one of these before and I loved it. It felt right at home, and I felt like
I have sat on this motorbike, and it is quite exuberant.
it is a rather marvelous motorcycle indeed.
Yes.
Yes. So, the new ones are like $6,000. That's a fraction of 18 grand.
Fraction of 18 grand.
Yes.
Yeah.
A third, to be precise.
Wow.
So, even better, I've looked on Craigslist. You can buy a used Honda Shadow for like $3,000 or less. A lot of them are like $1,500 if you look hard enough, and that's very affordable for what you get. You get a good bike. Excuse me. It's probably
A good bike.
a good bike as well, whatever that means.
Good bike.
So yeah, it has the styling. It's probably a bit more of a no frills kind of thing. It's a very simple cruiser style motorcycle. It's probably like driving a Toyota Avalon versus the Harley being more like a driving a Lincoln MKS or something.
Indeed.
You could think of it like that.
Okay. Almost.
It's probably less bells and whistles, maybe a little slower, but I mean it holds its own. You can ride it on the interstate just fine.
It's a good starter bike.
It's a great starter bike, although it might be a little bit on the bigger end.
I
but-
suppose so.
I've noticed that the bike that's really best for starting out on from Honda, which is the Rebel, they're a little bit more expensive. I don't know why that is. So I'd probably just start on a Shadow. And just try to learn how to adapt.
Okay.
So yeah, you may see me rolling up on a Honda Shadow.
You see me rolling.
They hate him. Bing bing, bing 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 bang. Bing bang, bing bang. Anyway, so yeah, and I will conclude with the fact that as far as sheer reliability goes for power sport motors, Honda takes the cake. I've had Honda ATVs, and they weren't perfect, but they were easy to get parts for and easy to work on and maintain as far as that kind of stuff goes. And a lot of times they'd start right up and they'd just run. So,
Well, there you go.
it's kind of like the power sports version of my hard bodies.
Hard bodies.
That thing just runs. It doesn't give up. As much crap as that thing's gone through in its life, but shit, it keeps going.
And Hayden.
Amen, amen. Anyway, tell us about your suggestion for the NBA.
Well, my suggestion for NBA teams recommendation that you might want to look into is the LA Lakers.
As predicted by Hendrix.
As predicted by Hendrix, indeed.
Yes.
Yes. Let's just take a roster. Let's take a peek as to who has been a LA Laker, shall we? One of them is Paul Abdul-Jabbar.
I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Magic Johnson, another one.
Definitely heard of Magic Johnson.
Shaq, Shaquille
Right.
O'Neal.
Yeah, Shaq, of course.
The man behind Shaq Fu and Shaq Fu 2.
And Buick.
And and of course Kobe Bryant.
Rip.
Rip him. Great man.
Got LeBron.
LeBron James. That was gonna be my final one, but yeah.
We got
LeBron.
Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, Du Bois.
Yeah. D-boys. They've been in a lot of championships, a lot of conference titles, and a lot of division titles.
See, I've always felt like the Lakers would be the basketball equivalent to the Yankees, though.
Yeah.
Or the Patriots.
Now I'm seeing it, I would probably agree with you there. 'Cause
Okay.
I forgot how many people were actually a Laker.
Like, I hear a lot more about the Lakers than I do the Bulls, but maybe
Yeah.
you've heard otherwise.
I don't know. I mean, Bulls, I would say, looking at this, knowing how many people are on it now, I was like, oh, well, never mind then. But, I don't know. The Bulls, for me at least, are the Yankees.
Okay. I
But-
can respect that.
Yes. The Lakers might be the overall Yankees of basketball because of so many people that have graced over there. One thing I would say, though,
Yes.
is there's a lot of stars there that want to be taken more seriously, and
Right.
not like as part of a team, but like without me, there wouldn't be a team.
Yeah.
And that's not the way. That's not the way of base basketball, I guess. There's been a lot of great people that have been on this team, but
Yes.
I don't know. They just need to stop with the stop having their head plastered all over the place and just be like a team.
Yes.
Be
I agree.
Sit down, be humble.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Indeed.
Like Kendrick Lamar says, bitch, sit down, be humble, and so
I
on
think
and so forth.
honestly, I think Kobe kind of took that.
He
like
did.
I think he became more humble as time went on.
He did.
Yes,
He did. I agree.
became more of a family man. So
He did.
Kobe did learn his lesson. Shaq, I think he was forced to because he was a terrible actor, and he was in Shield. He was in a Steel, not Shield, Steel,
Yeah.
which sucked. But anyway, he was a great ball player. And there's a lot of people from this team that are great ball players.
Oh yeah, of course.
I could go on about it. How many division titles, how many conference titles, a bunch of other things. But I'll say this is a great team. It's probably the Yankees, I would say. But still, I would still go for the Bulls, honestly. I root for the Bulls. But if you wanted to bet everything on March Madness, this is the team.
The Lakers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
they're
is
in the
team.
top. They're definitely not like the Hawks slash
Oh no. No.
the Warriors are.
Indeed.
Well,
Absolutely.
I think that
Wraps up
wraps
another
up things
podcast.
for us. Next time,
What are you gonna?
join us for the best and worst Xbox 360 console models. And what's yours?
Oh my gosh, Xbox 360 console models. Like what? Like what?
The Fat and its sub-variants, the
The
the Slim and its variants, and the Super Slim. Ah, God. Although the Fat's the one that sucks. But we'll talk about that next time.
Indeed.
Yes.
What is mine? Interesting.
Seuss.
Seuss.
No, I'm kidding.
It won't be Seuss.
We already did Seuss.
We talked about Seuss. I don't want to. I don't have any connection to Seuss.
Seuss.
I'll tell you what. I've actually done this talked about this in your class, so it kind of
Okay.
made me a little bit interested in this. I'm gonna go. Wait, no. I think we already did that.
Maybe we did.
I think we probably did. Alright, mine will be best and worst Leonardo da Vinci works.
Okay.
Indeed. This will be.
Not as exciting as I thought it was gonna be.
Well, it's kind of exciting because he's a man of science as well, and you're like an engineer.
He's more
This is the-
mechanical, but yeah.
He's the
they didn't really
basis.
have electrical back then.
Indeed, but this is like one of the basis of
Yes.
engineering, I would say.
Yeah,
Architecture
he
and all that.
He was definitely a
He was a
man of ideas.
He was
Now-
indeed thinker. I will go so far as to extend this from not only paintings, not only like sculptures like David or whatever.
Yeah.
I would also go into architectural
Like
drawings,
flying contraption thing.
perhaps. I would also go so far as to say engineering ideas.
Okay.
So you can pick any of those 4 things because this man was actually a great guy.
I'm thinking the helicopter like thing is gonna make an appearance on this list.
It might. This guy, like you see, like the there's more artistic side of the brain and more like engineerical side of the brain. Both of this man's sides of the brain were fully formed and fully functioning.
I don't know how much math he was acquainted with though.
Yeah.
So that's a big part of it. It's a very big part.
It's a very big
Oh,
I think it was because he did a lot of numeric things in his notes that he
Oh,
yeah
well,
got to research that
alrighty.
stuff. There
Yep.
you go. Otherwise, guys, that's it for this episode of D Podcast.
that's right.
Sponsored by Rocks and Fingers.
Yes.
Thank you guys for listening, and if you guys want to leave us a comment or a like, that would be great.
Yes.
We highly appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
While the Hendride chomps on his chips and drinks his
Yes.
Red Bull.
That's right, folks. I'm
Indeed,
going to get
folks.
to that, and we'll see you on the next one.
Indeed. Stay sober, my friends.